Okay, I just asked Mbak Farah to record this session. Okay, Bapak Ibu and all the presenters, welcome to the parallel session of the Third International Conference on Religion, Science and Education, presented by Faculty of Tarbiyah and Education, State Islamic University, Sunan Kalijaga, Yogyakarta. We have 8 presenters today, and we will discuss and learn about education and learning technologies from all of you. As we know, that technology, including artificial intelligence, provides benefit for teaching and learning. And we develop teaching plans, including media and assessment using the technology. And I assume technology is a must in teaching and learning. Okay, before we begin, I would like to share some information with you. This session is being recorded to be available for viewing post-conference. I will divide this session into 2, and each of session 4 presenter will deliver their presentation. And each presenter will have 5 minutes, only 5 minutes ya Bapak Ibu teman-teman for your presentation. Please talk briefly and highlight the background of your study, the method, and the main findings. You can skip the literature review. After the first 4 speakers present their papers, it will be followed by a Q&A session for about 10 minutes. So you can raise your hand button. You can, or you can write your question in the chat box. Please don't forget to mention or write your name. Oke, Bapak Ibu, teman-teman, we are pleased to introduce our first speaker, Ibu Tia. I think she's not joining us yet now. So I will move to the next list. Ibu Preti also has not come. Ibu Elisa? No, yeah. Okay. I think we have Pak Riyadus Solihin atau Mas Riyadus Solihin. You will be the first speaker. Are you ready, Pak Riyadus Solihin? Hello, you can unmute yourself. Okay, Pak Riyadus Solihin, the first will be yours. You have 5 minutes to present your paper. Oh, yaudah. Okay, Pak Riyadus Solihin. He will present about social relations of village communities to the development of artificial intelligence. Please welcome Pak Riyadus Solihin. Okay, Pak Riyadus has trouble with his device. Maybe we can move to the next presenter, Ibu Firdausita Safitri.
Okay, Miss, I'm here.
Okay, Bu Firdausita will talk about the benefits of stars in the perspective of Quran and science. Please, you can start now, Bu Firdausita.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. Let me introduce myself. My name is Firdausita Saftri Rahma. I'm from Physics Education Department in State Islamic University Sunan Kalijaga, Yogyakarta. And I'm here, I want to represent about my paper. The title is The Benefit of Star in the Perspective of Quran and Science. So, what is the PPT? From me or from host?
Okay, Mbak Farah will provide the PowerPoint for you. You can
Okay.
start now. We also have trouble here, Mbak Firdausita. Can you
Oh,
share it?
yes, of course. I will share with my laptop.
Okay.
Yeah, can you see my PPT?
Yes, please. Yes.
Okay.
5 minutes to present ya, Mbak.
Okay. Okay. In this presentation, I will explain about my paper in the fourth chapter. The first is introduction, and then method, discussion, and the last conclusion. So the first chapter is introduction. Stars are objects in the sky that have their own light. Stars are defined as objects in the sky consisting of flame gas like the sun, especially visible at night. Phenomena or events in the universe are important to understand because they are part of the human life. The idea of integrating religion and science to the idea of developing religion-based science has in fact narrowed down and has reached the formation of the scientific building in the form of scientific paradigm. If the Quran is the source of all knowledge, of course, any knowledge scattered on this earth can be found in the Quran, as well as the benefit of stars, which are also explained in the Quran, with science in then also able to explain scientifically. And then the next method, the data collection technique used in this paper is use a qualitative data analysis method, which is literature or literature research. This research presents data without manipulation. The main source of this research is previous scientific paper or journal that discuss the benefit of star, but in the view of Quran and science. And then the next chapter is discussion. Science has proven that stars are the real source of the light in the sky. Stars are objects that have flame and temperature reaching up to millions of degrees. Starlight is born from the star itself, so that the light is emitted goes out to radiate the Earth's surface. The Quran has explained in the full benefit of the star in the sky for the benefit of human being on the earth, including functioning as a sign of doomsday, as a man of despair, direction in the darkness of land and sea, decoration for the sky, indication of the expanse of the sky, and surrounding the fields. Okay, discussion about benefit of stars in the Quran. The first is star as a sign of the doomsday, explained in Quran Surah At-Takwir verse 2 and Quran Surah Al-Infitor verse 2. And then star as a means of swearing, explained in Quran Surah An-Najm verse 1 and Quran Surah Al-Waqi'ah verse 75-76. And then star as direction, explained in Quran Surah An-Nahl verse 16 and Quran Surah Al-An'am verse 97. And the next, star as decoration of the sky, explained in Quran Surah Al-Hijr verse 16 and Quran Surah As-Saffat verse 6. And then star as an indication of the expanse of the sky, explained in Quran Surah Al-Buruj verse 1. And the last, the stars as a devil throwing tool, explained in Quran As-Saffat verse 6 until 10 and Quran Surah Al-Mulk verse 5. And the last chapter is conclusion. From the many benefits of stars, it can be concluded that stars hold great wisdom or an important role in human life. The role and benefits of stars can be explained both from the view of science and of the Quran. This proves the greatness of Al-Quran, which is able to explain the benefit of stars long before science proved the truth related to the benefit of the stars themselves, which between the two are related and mutually reinforcing. So, after reading this paper, it is hoped that the reader can realize the greatness of Allah so that it makes us always get closer to Allah. Okay, I think enough from me. I'm so sorry for any mistake and thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Mbak Firda. That's nice presentation. Now we will move to the second presenter, Mbak Yuliana.
Yes,
Right.
Miss.
Yeah, you can share your PowerPoint and start your presentation.
Okay, wait a minute.
While waiting, Mbak Yuliana will present about the opportunities and challenges in using virtual anatomy.
Yeah, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Yuliana. I'm from Universitas Udayana, Denpasar. My discussion topic today is the opportunities and challenges in using virtual anatomy. Introduction. Medical school curricula have incorporated advances in technology in the last few years. Various multimedia is developed to enhance the students' learning comprehension. VR or virtual reality has been used a lot lately. The positive sides of using VR are 3D visualization, interactive and dynamic simulation through aural, visual, and haptic senses. VR gives a lot of opportunities to recreate different worlds in a safe environment. Therefore, VR might be used for anatomy study. Anatomical knowledge is a prerequisite for safe and competent medical treatment. The use of virtual system is in the field of medicine can be seen as crucial to enhancing anatomical knowledge. The Anatomics Table 7.0 is one of these virtual tools that has become important anatomical tool for student teaching and medical professional training. To gain a thorough understanding of anatomy and to be aware of in situ anatomical anomalies and changes, cadaveric dissection is a typical strategy that is necessary. Students can become oriented inside the human body through practice with dissection. Understanding the locations of the major topographical markers and describing anatomical 3D relationship. Dissection offers a significant benefit over textbook illustration that are simply one dimension, not only for students, but also for postgraduates and professionals. Dissection enhances clinical education and is helpful for surgeons who, through the use of cadavers, can develop their safety and dexterity, also test out novel surgical techniques. However, there are some opportunities and challenges of using virtual anatomy, and this paper aims to describe the opportunities and challenges of using virtual anatomy. Students can access material anywhere and anytime, while lecturers can give material of the study anywhere and anytime. Medical students use a VR surgical simulation to learn shoulder anatomy, and they discovered that it improved learning by boosting motivation. For understanding anatomy, 3D tools such as VR are just as useful as conventional techniques such as lectures, textbook, cadaverous dissection. According to research comparing computer models and textbook illustration, students who rotated a computer graphic hand model under their control considerably improved their understanding of spatial relationship compared to students who use 2D photographs. Comparatively speaking, other commercially accessible VR platform for anatomy instruction use 3D computer-generated models of anatomical structures. As a result, the cadaveric anatomy that students would probably encounter during the cadaveric section courses is highlighted in the virtual learning environment employed in our platform. And this gives us chance to comprehend how students perceive VR when compared directly to cadaveric section to understand 3D anatomical relationship. Okay, this figure, it's some example of the virtual anatomy. So by using the picture, and they can see virtually, but it use like spatial Googles and also spatial tools like a tablet or computer. Then the picture or the muscles, yeah, it is the name of the muscle of the back, serratus posterior, can be seen virtually. Teaching anatomical structure using the skull VLR was just as effective as using cadaveric skull and atlases. Modern 3D digital technology has made it possible to create more complex and lifelike VRR, opening up possibilities for their effective supplemental application in traditional anatomy education environment. To assess the teaching efficiency of virtual learning resource in more thoroughly and to determine the best way to combine VLR with conventional medical education, more research with bigger sample sizes is required. The virtual museum offers a real-world atmosphere with a self-paced learning mode, and it might be utilized by students as an alternate platform. Based on the learning experiences of the student, this online platform promoted personal learning for the students, improved the first-year learning experience, encouraged interaction between peers and teachers, and encouraged lifelong learning among students. It may be used as a substitute platform for students participating in visit. Okay, I'm sorry, I jump into conclusion. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, in conclusion, although it's not as complete as the cadaveric section, VR gives new opportunities for learning anatomy anywhere and anytime. And the challenge is that VR is not as perfect as 3D anatomy because it cannot offer a real-world atmosphere with a self-paced learning mode, which helps students grasp anatomy courses according to their qualitative replies. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you very much. I give the time back to the moderator.
Thank you, Bu Yuliana. Now we will move to the third speaker, Ibu Nino Munawanto.
Baik,
Okay. You have 5 minutes to deliver your presentation, Bu.
okay, good afternoon. My name is Nino. I will explanation in my topic, developing next generation science standard instruction materials for improving augmentation in communication practice. The era of globalization is an era millennial, the age of Generation Z, which is characterized by the development of sophisticated digital technology. And then globalization has an impact on social and economic condition. The challenge in this modern era is to produce human resource capable is leveraging 20th century capabilities. And then baby argued that education needs to development with the times. Science and technology education is a field that has a very important role. And then Saavedra describes the skill that graduates need to master in the 20th century, such as 1. Problem solving, 2. Work cooperatively, access and analysis information, and then communicate effectively. According to Gigi, abilities such searching and evaluation information are important in dealing with the food information. National Research Council described accessibility which need out by participant educate includes 1. Asking questions and defining problems, 2. Developing and using models, 3. Planning and carrying out investigation, 4. Analyzing and interpreting data, 5. Using mathematics and computational thinking, 6. Constructing explanation and designing solutions, 7. Engaging in argument from evidence, and 8. Obtaining evaluation and communicating information. Ability of science and engineering literally. Engaging in argument from evidence, argumentation skills are used by scientists to refine and strengthen their understanding through writing and reviewing their argument with peers. Obtaining evaluation and communication information, science needs to communicate their information and obtaining orally and in writing with peers in order to reverse and reform first the ideas they present in a small group discussion model. Research purpose 1. Knowing the level of suitability of learning device challenge this and SS is oriented to archive student ability engaging in argument from the evidence and obtaining evaluation and communicating information. 2. Knowing the level of effectiveness of learning device challenge base is orientation to achieve student ability in engaging in argument of evidence and obtaining evaluation and communicating information. Development style. This research used model development ADDEI. The edit with stage is mined from model development for 4D. 1. Analyzing stage. A. Initial observation. Determining learning for objectives. Student analysis. Identify required results. 2. Design stage. Formalizing learning activities. Determining learning outcome goals. Preparation of assessment instrument.
Okay,
3.
Bisa you can move to your finding.
Yeah.
Next slide, please.
This one.
No, your finding, your result after the method. Next. Yeah. Next.
It's research and
Yeah.
development results. Implementation-based test result post test of students leading in the control of experimental classes in the development test. Kelas kontrol, kelas eksperimen dengan nilai rata-rata tertinggi seperti yang tertera, nilai terendah, standar deviasi. Research and development result. Implementation based the test result. Results respond students toward teaching materials. Kualitas materi yang pertama, materi dalam bahan ajar disajikan secara runtut, sistematis sehingga mudah saya pahami. Masalah yang disajikan dalam bahan ajar sesuai dengan perkembangan. Materi yang disajikan dalam bahan ajar dapat saya jumpai dalam kehidupan sehari-hari. Kemudian tampilan bahan ajar disajikan dengan cara yang menarik, membuat saya berminat membaca. Bahan ajar disajikan dengan gambar, tabel ilustrasi yang lengkap. Bahan ajar dilengkapi dengan daftar isi yang memudahkan saya mencari materi. Bahan ajar menyertakan dengan lengkap glosarium dan memudahkan saya memahami arti-arti istilah gelombang elektromagnetik. Bahan ajar dilengkapi dengan latihan soal untuk melatih pemahaman saya. Bahan ajar dilengkapi dengan daftar pustaka dan cara penulisannya tepat. Bahan yang disajikan dalam bahan ajar sesuai dengan EWD. Bahan yang disajikan bahan ajar mudah saya cerna hingga mengerti. Bahan ajar mampu menyajikan informasi dengan cara yang komunikatif.
Okay, can you just wrap up your result, Mbak?
Okay.
Oh yeah, you can, state your conclusion.
Conclusion. Based on the result of the development, the study concludes the challenge-based model learning tool meets the accessibility criteria. A good learning tool research have review and feasibility of this learning tools through the feasibility assessment of FPP, LKPG, teaching materials, and GGS assessment instrument challenge-based model. Feasibility assessment includes expert validation, empirical validation, reliability of assessment items, learning implementation, and student response. The result of the feasibility assessment include that the challenge-based model and GSS learning tool has good feasibility. In addition to observing the feasibility of learning tools, this study also observed the effectiveness of learning tools in the helping student master EAE and OACE abilities. Thank you. Terima kasih. Waktu dan tempat saya kembalikan ke moderator.
Yeah, thank you, Mbak Nandi Ating ya. Oke, Bapak Ibu, teman-teman, we have 3 interesting topics to be discussed. The first one from Mbak Firda. She talked about surah that describe the benefits of stars, especially for human life. The second one, we have Mbak Yuliana from Udayana. She talks about VR and 3D model that have many beneficial for learning anatomy. And the last one, we have Ibu Nani talk about develop learning device challenge based NGSS. So please, I would like to invite you in the question and answer session. If you have any question for the speaker, you can to raise hand button, and or you can drop your question in the chat box. No question? Okay, if you don't have any question to the presenters, the three first presenters, we now can move to the second session. We already have Mas Riyadu Solihin, Mbak Elisa, and Mbak Hasdita. Mas Riyadu Solihin, have you had your voice, your device?
Yes, yes, Miss.
Okay. Okay, I will give the first opportunity to Mas Riyadu Solihin to present your paper. You have 5 minutes to deliver your presentation, Mas Riyadu Solihin.
Okay, thank you very much. Dear moderator, Miss Jamil Subrantini, I, Riyadu Solihin, have permission to present my paper entitled Social Relation of Village Community to the Development of Artificial Intelligence. Okay, current context, introduction. Number 1, which aims to see the extent of the impact of artificial intelligence on village community. Apart from that, how the village community responds to technology aspire artificial intelligence. The finding of this reach are on efforts to protect customer data against artificial intelligence, where social relations have an important role to play in protect personal data. Where the difficult of speaking technology to remote village makes technology massive. Apart from that, the social relation of village community also influence technology development. Village community concur against the development of artificial intelligence must be addressed. Apart from maintaining personal safety, this understanding effort can have an impact on the social roles of the village. Data analysis. The data analysis process has gone through a data reduction process where these research use a library study method compiling from rating relates to the topic to be discussed. Data collection techniques were obtained from library sources in the form of book, scientific journal, and reference proceeding, and the data analysis presented has gone through a data reduction process. Okay, next. Research and discussion. Research perspective data analysis. Several laws are being enacted in some countries to reduce the impact arising from the use of personal information from artificial intelligence system. The following is being done to protect customer data. Number 1, transparency. Transparency means algorithmic decision must explain the use of algorithmic decision making. The self-reflex policy and nets big combat that will see become for regulator on the handling of company data and hold those complaint and accountable. Number 2, explaining abilities. Explaining abilities is one of the improved features of artificial intelligence system that allow a person who is influenced by an algorithm automatic action to seek to explain activity or the person accept and approach people for the logic and diction. Trying ability consists of three components, which includes A. Editing algorithmic decision. B. Cancel certain decision. C. Server as media destination. Number 3. Risk assessment. This is another above component of analysis artificial intelligence system that's shown of automatic decision that involves risk for human. Regulation requires that any automatic decision making be presented with an assessment of its risk to the individual. There are as or the cases where any bits in the algorithm or data design as well as the fronting impact on individual must be assessed in MSET. Number 4, audits. Audits ensure that whether a company complies with its privacy policy program or not. Program audits can be carried out by the company itself,
Okay, Mas
which
Rifia, to or interrupt you, but your screen is being stuck.
conclusion.
Your screen is not moved.
Okay. Manufacture that's when technology easy to access. In this way, it is helps that disrupt and can instead understanding of village community about the interface of technology development, where this is where very little attention to technology because the interface of technology in rural as is not as important in urban community. Of course, there is nothing wrong with village community colleague the importance of technology development.
Okay, can you move to
Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah.
Very okay. Thank you, Matirat. Miss Daniel. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Mas Riyadu Solihin, and for your nice presentation. Now we will move to Mbak Elisa. Are you ready? Halo, Mbak Elisa.
Ready, Miss.
Okay, Mbak Elisa, please, the screen is yours now. And Mbak Elisa will talk about the effectiveness of social media-based science, technology, and society learning model with case study learning methods in class 11 SMA Sociology material. Okay, you only have 5 minutes, ya Mbak, so you can choose the most important information to deliver to our participants.
Baik, terima kasih moderator. Sebelumnya, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Perkenalkan, nama saya Elisa Dauratun Nafisul Adibah, merupakan mahasiswa dari Universitas Islam Negeri Kyai Haji Ahmad Siddiq Jember. Di sini saya mengangkat judul terkait efektivitas model pembelajaran sains teknologi masyarakat berbasis media sosial dengan metode pembelajaran studi kasus pada materi sosiologi kelas 11 SMA. Latar belakang saya mengangkat judul tersebut yaitu umum. Dari beberapa kajian terdahulu sudah banyak menyatakan bahwa pendidikan ini masih banyak mengalami permasalahan. Terutama yang saya tarik yaitu guru masih belum begitu paham atau minimnya pengetahuan guru terkait model pembelajaran. Di sini saya fokuskan juga terkait pada masalah proses pembelajaran pada materi sosiologi. Nah, dari kajian terdahulu juga disebutkan bahwa dalam proses pembelajaran sosiologi terdapat masalah yaitu di sini guru juga belum bisa menjalankan model pembelajaran sepenuhnya di kelas. Baik itu media, RPP yang belum diterapkan secara penuh, dan guru juga tidak begitu menguasai terkait ilmu pengetahuan teknologi. Nah, dengan masalah-masalah ini menarik saya untuk mengkaji memberikan inovasi terkait masalah-masalah tadi, yaitu memberikan inovasi pembelajaran dengan mengedepankan bahwa model pembelajaran sains teknologi masyarakat ini sekiranya efektif untuk materi sosiologi yang dibantu dengan bantuan media sosial sebagai media pembelajaran nantinya dengan metode studi kasus yang akan dipakai. Next, di sini saya memiliki 3 rumusan masalah dalam penelitian ini, yaitu yang pertama, mengapa model pembelajaran STM berbasis media sosial dengan metode studi kasus dipilih sebagai pendekatan pembelajaran STM. Terus yang kedua yaitu bagaimana implementasi. Sebentar. Yang kedua yaitu bagaimana implementasi model pembelajaran STM berbasis media sosial dengan metode pembelajaran studi kasus dalam materi sosiologi SMA kelas 11. Yang kedua yaitu bagaimana penerapannya. Dan yang ketiga yaitu untuk melihat bagaimana efektivitas dari penerapan model pembelajaran tadi dibantu dengan media sosial sebagai media pembelajaran dan metode studi kasus sebagai metode pembelajaran dalam kelas. Nah, di sini metode penelitian yang saya pakai yaitu menggunakan metode studi pustaka dengan pendekatan konten analisis. Teknik pengumpulan data di sini melalui observasi dan dokumentasi berupa rujukan dari beberapa jurnal, buku, berita yang relevan dengan yang dikaji. Dari hasil data tersebut, saya analisis secara mendalam, dan dari hasil data, saya jadikan menjadi pernyataan. Next, yang pertama, pembahasan yang pertama yaitu tentang model pembelajaran STM berbasis media sosial dengan metode studi kasus sebagai pendekatan pembelajaran dalam materi sosiologi kelas 11. Di sini ada 3 kunci, yaitu model pembelajaran STM, yang kedua metode pembelajaran studi kasus, dan yang ketiga materi sosiologi. Nah, 3 kunci ini merupakan poin dalam proses pembelajaran sosiologi. Yang pertama yaitu model pembelajaran STM. Model pembelajaran STM ini ialah model yang mengaitkan antara sains, teknologi, dan masyarakat dalam proses pembelajaran. Nah, di sini dikaitkan dengan topik nyata. Nah, model pembelajaran STM ini juga berkarakteristik mengidentifikasi masalah bagi siswa, yaitu siswa nanti diberikan masalah dan dicarikan solusinya. Itu termasuk dari karakteristik model pembelajaran STM. Nah, tujuan dari model pembelajaran STM ini juga mendidik agar peserta didik itu berpikir kritis dan peka terhadap kehidupan di masyarakat. Nah, dengan model ini kita menurut saya juga dibantu oleh metode studi kasus. Nah, metode studi kasus ini merupakan metode yang menjadikan kasus itu sebagai bahan materi. Nah, dari kasus ini kemudian didiskusikan dan mencari titik penyelesaian. Nah, dengan model pembelajaran STM dan alat untuk melaksanakan model ini melalui metode studi kasus, itu kan sesuai. Nah, dengan berfokus pada masalah, ini juga berhubungan dengan materi sosiologi kelas 11. Nah, materi sosiologi kelas 11 itu membahas tentang permasalahan sosial, konflik sosial. Nah, itu berhubungan dengan masalah. Jadinya, dari penerapan model pembelajaran STM dengan metode studi kasus ini sangat cocok jika diterapkan terhadap materi sosiologi kelas 11, yaitu yang digunakan sebagai objek atau digunakan sebagai bahan kasus dalam pembelajaran.
Okay, can you move to the main finding of your research, Mbak?
Ya, baik. Dan untuk fokus dari model pembelajaran STM ini ada langkah-langkahnya sendiri. Yang pertama itu ada 5 langkah. Yang pertama inisiasi atau mengawali. Yang kedua ajakan peserta didik biar fokus. Nah, untuk pertama ini yaitu awalan. Guru membuka proses pembelajaran dengan mengaitkan materi sebelumnya, terus mengajak siswa untuk berfokus pada materi selanjutnya. Misal terhadap kasus apa, jadi difokuskan gitu. Nah, yang kedua pembentukan konsep. Dari ajakan-ajakan awal tadi, guru tuh membentuk konsep apa yang akan dipelajari. Nah, untuk pembentukan konsep ini dibantu oleh metode pembelajaran yang akan dipakai. Di antaranya tadi dibantu oleh metode studi kasus. Nah, yang ketiga baru aplikasi konsep. Nah, dengan konsep-konsep yang sudah didapat oleh peserta didik bisa mengembangkan konsep tersebut, mencari informasi terkait kasus-kasus, bagaimana cara mengatasinya. Nah, yang ketiga ini sudah mulai mencari informasi. Dan yang keempat, pemantapan konsep. Nah, pemantapan konsep, di sini peserta didik bisa mendiskusikan hasil data yang diperoleh, bagaimana cara menyelesaikan masalah tersebut. Dan yang kelima, yaitu evaluasi atau penilaian. Di sini guru memberikan feedback kepada peserta didik apa yang kurang tepat. Nah, di sini guru memberikan gambaran secara luas dan membenarkan. Next. Nah, di sini yang kedua, bagaimana implementasi model ini jika dikaitkan dengan media sosial sebagai media pembelajaran, metode studi kasusnya bagaimana jika diterapkan dalam materi sosiologi kelas SMA kelas 11. Di sini saya buat dalam bentuk sintak pembelajaran sains teknologi dan masyarakat.
You just move to the conclusion, Mbak. It's already 5 minutes.
Baik. Nah, sebentar. Untuk penerapan ini sama seperti tadi, pendahuluan medianya melalui YouTube. Terus pembentukan konsep di sini metode studi kasus diberikan tugas LKPD, yaitu ada beberapa tugas soal, dan selanjutnya peserta didik mencari informasi, dan yang ketiga yaitu aplikasi konsep, menjawab dari tugas LKPD tersebut. Dan yang kelima yang ketiga mempresentasikan, dan yang keempat yaitu guru memberikan evaluasi atau apresiasi. Nah, bagaimana dari penerapan tadi, apakah efektif? Menurut saya dari kesesuaian masing-masing model metode dengan materi sosiologi ini cukup efektif jika diterapkan, karena fokusnya itu memiliki kesamaan. Baik, kesimpulannya yaitu model pembelajaran STM berbasis media sosial dengan metode studi kasus ini dipilih sebagai inovasi pembelajaran yang sesuai sama era saat ini, karena banyaknya media sosial yang sudah dipakai oleh pelajar atau remaja. Nah, ini juga disesuaikan dengan model pembelajaran sains teknologi dan masyarakat. Jadi diharapkan peserta didik juga bisa literasi digital, yaitu bisa menggunakan media sosial secara baik dan dimanfaatkan secara baik. Nah, materi sosiologi yang berfokus pada pemasaran sosial, konflik sosial, ini bisa digunakan untuk peserta didik bisa paham akan materi itu dan peka terhadap masalah di masyarakat, gitu. Tujuannya
Oke.
seperti itu.
Ya.
Baik, terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Mbak Elisa. It's quite long, your presentation. And now we have the last presenter, Ibu Haslita. Can you start now and share your PowerPoint?
Okay.
Ibu Haslita will talk about visual learning media using the Lectura Inspire application for science learning. Mbak, please be focus on your background and main findings, okay?
First of all, I'm sorry, my background is blurry. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thanks to the moderator who has given me the opportunity to present the result of our paper Lectura Inspiring Media. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Haslita from the of Hal-Ole University, Fakultas of Teacher, Training and Education, Sulawesi Tenggara. With my project team, which is Niketut Swardika, Suritno, and Waode Indrawati. As you can see on the screen, We will be exploring the topic of visual learning media using the Lectora Inspiring Application for Science. To shorten the time, go straight to first material about introduction. The rapid development of technology has influenced the learning process at all levels of education. From elementary to higher education, advance in technology have an impact on teaching method and the learning media used. In the learning process, teachers often have difficulty explaining a topic to students. For example, when combining an object that differs texture, type, shape, size, or color, or when saying the hidden parts of all tool. In addition, teachers also need help conveying concept to students to their reliance on auxiliary media. The fewer students who can understand and master a concept, especially in physics subject, the more difficult it is for them to develop new ideas. Next, a solution that teacher can use in the classroom is learning media. With learning media, the teacher can explain material with models, photo, or video on the explained subject. In line with today's development of computer science and technology, using learning media that can provide multimedia aspect is an alternative that can improve student understanding and stimulate their interest in learning. Solutions include presentation using the Lectora Inspire application to help students understand physics concept correctly. Lectora Inspiring learning development software is learning Relfi is easy use implement as does not require knowledge so teach programming language. Because Lectora Inspiring has familiar user interface tools we already know. I have mastered Microsoft Office. The various advantages the Lectora Inspiring has in the development of teaching media are described and more detailed by Tompo. Number one, Lectora Inspiring can be used the create website, interactive e-learning content, and presentation. Number two, content developed with this software is published various output format, HTML, single file, executable, room, Scrum, and ICE. Number three, user-friendly. Number four, various function according to the needs of media development. Next, supported by other supporting applications such as Nanggit, Camtasia, and Flypaper. Next, allows easy creation of quiz. Next, allow the creation of web-based and Android-based application as they are built JavaScript. Method Lectora is media. The development model is in the research, the ADDA model. Number one, analysis. The initial phase was the analysis the problem of the learning physics. Number two, design, creating a draft based on the result of the problem analysis. Number three, development. Development is process turning design into reality. Or implementation. The implementation phase is a concrete step towards the implementation of the system to be created. 5. Evaluasi. In the evaluation phase of product evaluation in conducted to improve the medium after condition validity that's to become a medium they can use it learning for high school students.
Okay, can you move to the main result? You might you might not share everything, yeah. Okay, Mbak.
Okay, result is media Lectora Inspiring. Page 1, on the first display page of the application, there is name and class menu that must be filled in by student according to their name and class. Page 2, the menu display page display in learning media includes competency, choice, material, practice, question, assessment, and bibliography. Page 3, for the fourth menu item, namely evaluation in figure 4, files in the form of name, NPM, and class must be filed in by user before starting the evaluation to be performed. Page They are intended from journal, video source, and image source referred in the LPA basic application. Discussion, interactive learning media combine text, graphics, video animation, and sound. They convey message and information. Interactive media influence the implementation of learning anywhere, anytime, and however the learning process occurs. Learning with interactive media offers many advantages for both student and teacher. There is currently a lot of software that support the development of interactive learning media, including Lectora Inspiring. I think my presentation, and thanks so much moderator and Wilmos presentation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Please let me check. Is there any presenter who has not present yet? Oke, sudah semua ya. Oke, Bapak Ibu teman-teman, now we move to the Q&A session. If you have any question to the presenters, you can unmute your mic, or you can drop your question in the chat box. You can ask in Bahasa Indonesia, and I will translate it. No question. No question. Oke. Baik, ya teman-teman. We are now in the end of the parallel session, and I want to say thank you. Thanks again to all of you to your presentation today. This very nice, informative, and interesting talk. If I may wrap up this presentation, rapid technology enhance our activities in daily lives, including in teaching and learning. And I can say that we cannot do activity without technology, and I hope the presentation will be beneficial for all of us. Thank you for your kind attention. I do apologize if I have a mistake as the moderator today. Thank you again, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Oh yeah, can you open your... Yeah, we now will do the photo session. Open your camera. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Thank you, sehat-sehat semua. You may leave this Zoom.
Terima kasih, Kak.
Yeah.